reply to Chiong, James Bernat says that my colleagues and I assert that death is a common and non-technical word, and that in our analysis, defining death requires making explicit the meaning that is implicit in the way everyone consensually uses the word. And he notes that there's been some back and forth between his Dartmouth colleagues and Chiong in the past, and Chiong in his article for this textbook did not address whether Gert's clarification of a certain point and whether Gert's critique of Chiong's claim that definitions were unnecessary changed Chiong's analysis or opinion. Now, there's stuff that Chiong and Bernat agree with here. Despite his rejection of our definitional prerequisite, Bernat notes that Chiong supports the whole brain criterion of death. In place of a definition, criteria, tests sort of framework, Chiong proposes this cluster account of life and death that replaces the necessary and sufficient conditions for life or death with a list of features that are relevant to the determination that an organism is alive or dead. In his response to this, Bernat says, I find this account of Chiong's to be even more vague in its capacity to provide specific criteria that physicians can use to determine life or death in the tough cases. At the end of the day, maybe there's more agreement than disagreement. He even closes by saying, because Chiong's analysis also requires a concept of death, my colleagues and I hold that it too, Chiong's analysis too, falls within the broad domain of a definition.